y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. This is Put a Ring on It season 4 episode 8, and I'm so happy to get back into this season, y'all. I've been watching it, but I haven't been reviewing it, but since I feel so much better, here we are, okay? But do me a favor, if this is your first time here, go ahead, sit back, relax, and watch the video on through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Let's go ahead and get into it. So the episode opens up exactly where it left off. You know, the couples are meeting up for session with Dr. Stacy. So Joy is telling us about her date and how she's so excited because they had so much in common and they both love flamingos or whatever. And Jasha's over there like, we love flamingos, we love flamingos. I'm like, sir, you might want to calm down because she's definitely going on another date with the flamingo man, okay? Okay. So Dr. Stacy was like, Jasha, if you feel some type of way, say something. You don't have to cover it up with comedy. If you feel some type of way, just say something. He's like, listen, even though I feel confident, I still feel a little bit uncomfortable. And that's a natural feeling that you should explore, Jasha, because homegirls over here liking the man who like the flamingo. So you might want to take notes instead of making jokes, okay? Okay. So this week, everyone is going on dates. And I'm like, okay, let's get into some things. Because they kind of been spreading out these days. Some going on dates, some not going on dates. We meet with families. We having private sessions. It just is what it is. So I'm excited that everyone gets to go on a date this week. So Jasmine's getting ready for her date and Mr. New Perspective shows up, okay? So when he comes in the house, he's like, I'm a hugger, goes to give Jasmine a hug. And Jasmine was like, oh no, I don't, I don't. Because she's thinking about the boundaries that they put in place and she wants to show Zay that she is respecting the boundaries. But on the way out the door, she tells him, I'll explain the hugging to you later. I said, well, that ain't really respecting the boundaries if you gotta explain it. I mean, once you said what you said, it should have just been that, okay? But she said she gonna explain it to him. But y'all, the whole time I'm looking at Jasmine, baby, it was the coat for me. The jacket, the leather with the fur, I was saying like, that is so cute. That was so cute. I want one of those, okay? So they end up going ice skating. He asked her like, so if you fall down, how I'm supposed to catch you if I can't touch you? She was like, I mean, you better catch me. We just can't be hugging and stuff like that because me and Zay have, you know, boundaries in place where there's no touching each other. And, you know, she respects that. And she didn't want to step out of her boundaries. And you know what? I can't be mad at her. If that's something that they agreed to, then it is what it is. But I feel like if you have to put that much emphasis on it and not just be comfortable and stand in what you said, then that's not really how you feel about the situation. But I will say that their date seems really nice, okay? They seem to be having a good time. I'm loving the ice skating. I'm not used to seeing men ice skate, especially black men, so that was something that I really enjoyed. She said that she loves the fact that he gives her his undivided attention. And he said that she's kind of like checking off all the boxes, the woman that he wants. She's definitely a vibe. So they are definitely really getting into some things and kicking it. And I'm liking this for her because, you know, she feels like she's always being neglected. So girl, if the man gonna give you his attention, take it. So Jasha is on a date with his date. Now his date is really cute, okay? They sitting there talking and he realized that she has a lot in common with Joya, like real estate, okay? Things like that. The one thing that they don't have in common is the fact that she really don't want kids. She's open to the idea of having kids if her future husband wants kids, but that's not the first thing on her list, okay? And I was like, well, there you go right there. If she's just like Joya and she doesn't want kids, then that means she's climbing up the pole a little bit higher than Joya in my eyes, right? But you can't help the feeling. I guess she's not giving him the feels. The whole time he's sitting there, he's thinking about what Joya is doing on her date. And he should be. He should be spooked, okay? He should definitely be in his feelings because Joya is over there having the time of her life, baby. When I tell you that that man showed up, okay, and he gave her this nice, beautiful turquoise painting with the flamingo, with the New York sign on it, okay? Just showed how much he paid attention to her. And he was very intentional with that gift. And I was like, woo, child, Jasha, you should be scared, sir. You should be, you definitely should be shook. Because he did not come to play. And I will tell you this. Joya is a beautiful woman. So if he's really putting in the work like that, I really feel like it could be genuine. It's different when, you know, it's different when you're not sure if the man's really attracted to the woman and he just trying to, you know, get some camera time and stuff like that. But I really feel like that man is into her. Okay, into her, for real. So I'm sitting here like, ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen when she bring that pain back to the house. That's the only thing I can think about because I know if I was Jasha, I would be in my feelings. And the fact that Joya dates wants to have kids and she's loving all his tattoos and whatnot, baby, I was saying like, Joy, you're falling in love. She definitely looked like she was falling in love. Y'all tell me that she wasn't. Tell me she wasn't, okay? So Zay goes on his second date and they're in the boxing ring and he looks at her like he really likes her. I was like, why he's looking at her like that? It's giving he's in his feels over her, okay? But when they sat down and they started talking, I was like, no, this is just like regular friendship conversation. It was really friendly, okay? I feel like she's really helping him grow based on their conversation. And that's really good because that's what he needs. He realized that he wants to be with Jasmine. He's realizing that he does have control over his actions and his feelings and things like that. And I'm like, it's about time that you realize that you could be in the presence of a woman and you don't have to touch her. So y'all, Catherine is on another date with Marcus. And when I tell you that that man is going hard for her, he is going hard for her, okay? He came back in town just to go on this date because he made time for what he wanted to make time for, period, okay? He's basically trying to get Catherine to leave Ricky. Like, it's no sugarcoating. He was very straightforward with it. Like, I just need her to go ahead and leave him. She could be my lady. Point blank, period. I said, oh, he's serious. And even though he comes off as serious, I'm really praying and I'm really hoping that he's not toying with her emotions for this show. Because Catherine really has some insecurities and some things that she needs to work on. And I don't want her to fall for the okie doke. So I hope that Marcus' intentions are real and he says what he means and he means what he say. He's coming on too strong and too heavy. So he better not be playing games. Child, why they set Ricky up with that older lady? I mean, she was in her 40s. She's 40, right? I'm like, no. They know this wasn't going to work. And that's exactly what it was. The whole conversation was basically them getting to know each other, them talking about their marriages. She really helped him. And she really gave him some good advice. I'm not going to lie. And I really think that probably was the intention of this date. Because we all knew that it wasn't going to be anything romantic from the beginning. But I do appreciate the fact that they were respectful of each other. They valued each other's time and valued each other's perspective. And Ricky really needed to hear some of the things that she said. And I think this was just a chance for her to get out there and have some fun and be a little cougar for once. But y'all know it wasn't going to be nothing more than that little bit of conversation and we was going to move on to the next. But Ricky's date did say that from talking to Ricky, she can tell that he has a hard time opening up and expressing how he feels to Catherine. And I was like, yeah, he definitely doesn't communicate well with her. And he needs to really step his game up if he wants to keep Catherine. Because Marcus is coming heavy. Marcus is coming heavy. And you about to be left, Ricky. Period. You about to really be left. You going to be crying at the end of this experience. I promise you will. So Julia comes home in her sexy black dress, okay? She got her rose and her painting, and she says that he made her feel special, okay? Now Jasha did not like that, but he said he gonna suck it up. He gonna suck it up. But I feel like she probably should have kept that little statement about whether or not she would consider him if she was single to herself, okay? Because like, girl, you gonna tell that man that you would pick that man if you wasn't with that man? Girl, child, she playing with fire. Girl, you must want to get burnt, okay? You can tell that he was definitely in his feelings over that because he was like, this don't go with nothing into my house. And I was like, I feel bad for you, girl, because you're not going to be able to put that thing nowhere. You might as well leave it in the trunk of the car because he's definitely not letting you hang it up in that house. So now everyone meets up for group session, and Jasha said that he's ready to talk about how he really feels. I said, oh, he ready. He ready to lay it all out on the table because he said, I'm not about to lose my woman to no man who be out here paying pictures. I done invested too much time and energy into this woman for this man to come up here and pay one picture and then take my girl. That ain't gonna happen. So we start with Jasmine, and she says that she went ice skating, of course, okay, and they had such a good time, and she loved that she loved that she had his full attention. And Zay was sitting there like, you know, I've been giving you my attention, and Dr. Stacy was like, apparently you haven't if she keeps bringing it back up. He was like, but I don't even be waking up in my phone like that. He was like, she just be throwing stuff at me and it gets overwhelming. Like, I be going through things in my brain. Okay, so basically they come up with a plan to, you know, schedule some time to have these conversations so that they both could be on the same page. They both could be open to the conversation and they can actually have good communication. I think that's a good thing if they do it right. So is Jasmine going on a second date? Yes, she is. Zay said he's not going on a third date because like they kind of hit the end of the road and it's kind of dead now. And I would agree. It was definitely giving real friendship vibes. And if he wants to get the full experience of what put a ring on it concept is, he's going to have to date someone who he probably feels a little bit more connected to. So Ricky talks about his date and how they had a good time and they really was just getting to know each other and how she really taught him a lot. He's not going to go on a second date with her, but we already knew that because he said he feels like she was more like a teacher. And we was like, definitely. She was just, you know, schooling you, young buck. Definitely schooling you because they wasn't going to have nothing romantic. Now, I'm not against a cougar, okay? I'm not against any of that. But Ricky, nah. Ricky ain't that type of dude, okay? Not the one that pulls the cougar. Now, Catherine says that her conversation on her date with Marcus was very different than before. They really started talking about her relationship dynamic with Ricky and, you know, how they handle situations. And he started telling her how he would handle situations, okay? She definitely started getting a little bit emotional because she started to feel like she has the problem. Like, there's a lot of things that she needs to fix and she doesn't want to end up alone. Now, Ricky starts crying because he's like, I've been there before. I've been through this before. And I'm no longer there. And I'm here for her. I'm going to stand by her. Meanwhile, she over here talking about something. I don't know why. And she's over here like, now, although I appreciate him, you know, wanting to be there for me, he needs to work on himself because I'm not even really sure what I want to do. And I said, oh, so you thinking about leaving Ricky? That's what it sounds like. Because even though she said she want to work on herself, it feels like she want to work on herself with Marcus. That's what it's giving, okay? And then the icing on the cake for me that kind of solidified the situation was when she said she was going on a 4th date. I said 4 days, y'all might as well be in a relationship at this point. Ricky said he's a little disappointed, but he wants her to be happy. Child, Ricky, you about to lose your girl. Y'all know we've been questioning if they really in a relationship anyway, but you definitely about to lose your friend to Marcus. So Jasha talks about his date and how she was really similar to Joya, okay? But the one thing that was kind of different was the fact that she wasn't really, you know, too heavy on having kids. It was always more like, if my husband wants it, then cool. So Dr. Stacy is like, well, then she's not that much like Joya because that's the thing that brought y'all here now. So how do you feel about that? He's kind of just like, I want Joya. Yes, she can keep all of that over there. It don't matter. I want Joya. Everything between them two, everything about her was more so surface. I don't care about that real estate. I said, child, he realized that that's his woman. And if she wants this baby, he might have to go ahead and give it to her at this point. But he did say that he's not going to go on a second date with her. He's at the point where he knows what he wants. I say he definitely going to pull out the ring. But now we got to figure out if Joya is on the same page. Because I got a feeling she might be having a change of heart over there, okay? Joya talks about her date and how he brought her the painting, how it was very intentional, how it was so her with the New York sign, the color and everything. And she talks about how her love language is gifts. And she does say that although she's grateful for all the things that, you know, Jasha has done for her, she feels as though like it's always something that they both can enjoy together, like the trips and going places and things like that. And it's never really just for her. Now, this kind of makes Jasha upset because he's sitting here like, I've done a lot of things for her, and for her to just dismiss it over a painting, it's kind of like a slap in the face. Now, I can understand where he's coming from, because it's like all this man did was bring you a painting, and just like that you kind of dismiss all the years and all the gifts and all the work that I put in for you to be where you are in love with me now. I definitely get it, because I'm pretty sure he bought her a bag just for her to enjoy. But she wants intentional gifts, and she wants things that are really thoughtful, and she wants things that are really thoughtful. But has she ever expressed that to him so that he can, you know, so that he can provide that? And if she hasn't, then I feel like you can't hold it against him, because if you haven't expressed that these are the things that you want, how is he supposed to know? I kind of felt bad for him, because that man was crying. And when you see a man cry, that means he is in love. He is in love. I said, oh, poor baby. Poor baby. And that's exactly how it went off. So I guess if you ask me, I think she's going to want to go on another date with, old boy. But we just gonna have to see how this all plays out. With all that being said, y'all, that was Put a Ring on It. And I think that next episode is going to be real good because Catherine looked like she made her decision, baby. And I wonder who it is. But with all that being said, I'm going to jump up off here. Do not forget to like the video. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Drop me some yellow hearts and let me know you was here. With all that being said, I'm up out of here. Peace.